Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Scum single player episode. So, previous episode, we got ourselves an M16, we got a vampire scope, but today I'm thinking about doing something a little bit more interesting, and it's going to follow on to the next episode, which will hopefully involve me inside a radiation suit. Right now, I'm currently in the same sector as the brick factory, and I'm heading towards the the bunker in this location. I'm actually going to take my cotton shirt off because I'm kind of sweating here. Essentially, I'm there only for the hazmat suit, the vintage hazmat suit, and that's what I'm trying to get today. I've kind of walked down here. I've not decided to take the bike. I kind of went off screen and decided that I'd just do it on foot. Probably the best thing for me anyway, because my character has 1400 calories and needs to burn them all off. I'm hoping and possibly earmark some four-wheeled vehicles in this area for potential repair, because this same sector just so happens to be very close. Just so happens to be very close to the scrapyard. And there's a rager. What a shot. Have you guys seen the new look for the castle? It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. The new look to the castle looks pretty damn nifty. I'll put a little picture of it on screen right now. Check that out. How cool does that look? It looks more gothic than it did before. A lot of people are they're not really happy about it. I'm not really bothered by it. I kind of like that they're revamping some of the old POIs, because some of the old POIs certainly do need some attention. They do need a little bit of work to them. And knowing that they're actually doing it is actually quite a refreshing thing to see. They're being very transparent about everything. Of course, 1.0 is still a little while away. And I suppose everybody's kind of just biding their time with the game. It's understandable, it's totally fine. I'm still playing it. But I like this game. There's nothing else here apart from I enjoy this game. That's pretty much all I do. I play games. That's all I do. Anyway, today's objective, as I said, we're going to the bunker. We're going to get a vintage hazmat suit. And with said hazmat suit, I am going to go into the radiation zone. You're probably asking why. What I want to do is I want to get some of the uranium. I want to try and lockpick some of the uranium containers and make armor-piercing rounds for my guns. This will obviously make... Oh, there's no engine in this. There is no point taking that, so that is no longer going to get earmarked for potential repair. So we can just forget about that rager. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well, on to the next POI, I suppose. The brick factory is just up this hill. Now the brick factory is also a vehicle spawn. There is a possible Leica or Volkswagen that will usually spawn there. If one does spawn here, we're going to be absolutely laughing right now, because Scrapyard is just over there, just to that 075 direction, that kind of bearing over there. There's the large funnels to the brick factory. One of the more iconic POIs in this game, especially as a resource POI. If you didn't know, Scum has a tier system of walls for their base building as well as their high external walls. I believe they go from wooden / metal, scrap metal, then they go to scrap metal, and then they go to, I think it's brick, and then it goes to cement. So it has 5 tiers, so wood / scrap, brick, and then cement. Cement being the highest tier, the most durable to withstand against explosives and possible raiding outcomes, and obviously tier 1 not being particularly strong, but it's enough to keep something that you don't want to keep, that you want to keep it out. Oh, of course they're on top of the brick factory. That's fine. That's alright. If they drop on me, like Spider-Man, that's perfectly fine. Nuh-uh. Not today, madam. Right. We're gonna go in here. There's a little... You know what? You could use that bicycle. We could use that bicycle. Oh, is that tea? It's herbal organic tea. Oh, what the fuck does that say? Someone tell me what that says in the comments, please. Nuh-uh. 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 Loser. Loser. Oh, onion. See, I would take most of this stuff. I would take most of this stuff, especially the onions and the pot and the pans and stuff like that. There's 2 pots and 3 onions, a pack of tea, a butter knife, pan and 2 pots. And some matches. This is a well-stocked kitchen. What's in the trash? They trashed the tea? That's a shocking revelation. They really are on top of that big factory, aren't they? They really are up there. I'm not going to be looting anything here. I just want to walk through here and have a little nosy, see if there's any Volkswagen or Leica to potentially repair. If, of course, there is no vehicle here, there will most certainly be a vehicle at the scrapyard, and it might be worth going over there anyway just to check it out, but I won't do that today. My main focus is to try and get myself to the bunker. Missed. Didn't miss that time. Try and get to the bunker, get the vintage hazmat suit, and dip away from it essentially. That my main task is just to get the hazmat suit. Dink! That went straight through his heart. It's not looking particularly good on the old spawner-rooney for the old vehicles. Usually there'd be a vehicle spawning around here, but there doesn't seem to be one. That's a little one-handed axe. That's quite a useful little weapon. And or tool, depending on how you use it. If you want to use it as a tool or you want to use it as a weapon, it's totally up to you. I'm going to take those. I'm actually going to take my helmet off. I'm going to take another drink of soda. We're going to keep moving. I'm actually quite surprised that the puppets on top of the roof didn't actually spot me. He'll spot me. He'll see me. There we go. You see me? Yep, he saw me. Of course he did. Get my helmet back on, make sure we've got that protection. Oh, it's not looking particularly good for the old spawns on the vehicles. We're not seeing any. Character's currently sweating his nuts off right now. I might have to take off my jacket. My camouflage? I might just take off my camouflage jacket actually. Do that right now, because this heat is not particularly good for my character. There we go. That's a wee bit more manageable. Hopefully we don't continue to overheat. Right, we're gonna have a wee look through these barracks buildings right here. Got him in the lower ass cheek. Sorry, pal. Just the way it goes. This one. He's asleep. Now he's permanently asleep. Weeb. Back in here. Copper. Dead copper. Alright. It doesn't look like there's any vehicles here today, ladies and gentlemen, other than the bicycle. Which is a wee bit disheartening. But it's alright. We can recover. We can recover from this feeling. The main task, anyway, is to get over to that bunker. And the bunker is this direction. It is down to the south. We're going towards the water. Now, the other thing that I might do is I might take off my cotton hoodie. The reason being, well, you can see my character reacting to it right now. He is kind of warm. There we go. It won't be so warm now. We're only wearing stab-proof vest at the moment as a method of clothing right now. So hopefully we'll be nice and cool. The wind breezing our nipples and essentially running past our face up into the helmet. What an extremely good way to live your life. With your nipples out. The fuck am I talking about? Right. Let's get past this this puppet magnet. These little farms are puppet magnets, essentially, because you can see them spawning in and around the orchard. Don't be fooled by them. You will get killed. You will get killed there. Just be very careful when you go near those things. If you're playing on my server or any other custom server that's got custom puppets set to like not vanilla amounts, but maybe more so, just be careful of the orchards. They can trick you. Yes, it is a resource of sustenance and food and such and goodness, you know, all those grapes. But it can also be a bad thing. It can be a very bad thing, especially if you get caught by a horde out of nowhere. Right. Hopefully this bunker has a vintage hazmat suit, because I would very much like to have one today. And what is my water sitting at right now? We'll need to fix that. That's a dire need of fixing. So we'll just take off number 5. There we go. I was pressing number 4. Oops. Have a couple swigs of water. Get the hydration going. And then we're going to pop in and have a little see if we can find a hazmat suit. Wish me luck. Let's go. I can hear a puppet right here. Hi. Bye. Alright. What we are going to do is we are going to drop down there into that little bit right there. So, tally ho.
Stop right there. Assume an unbuttoning posture now.
Sorry, pal. I'm going down here. I'm not listening to you.
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to your little friend. Is that a euphemism? Is it that little? I can put my clothing back on for a second here, because any layers that I have on will give me at least a little bit of protection. Right, we're almost down. As soon as we drop here, I'm going to whip out my sword. Now. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Right. Engage in glorious melee. Glorious melee. For the angel. Alright. We're not going to be picking up much here. If we find any interesting loot in the form of guns and such, I may be persuaded to take them. However, as I've previously stated, and you're probably sick of me saying it, hazmat suit. We're here for a hazmat suit. If we fail, we fail. And if we do fail, we get out with all the guns. There's a hazmat thing right there. Glorious melee! Get in the bin! Right. Ah, is this where you belong? Oh shit, okay. Let's just eliminate the screams. Lovely. That's a bell pepper. I'll be eating that. Give me that. I want to eat that bell pepper. That nice green crunchy bell pepper. This is what we're after. Let's see if we can do it. Alright. So, putting the fisticuffs down, taking the gloves off. Scroll down. Take out a bobby pin. Take bobby pins. And go to crafting. Scroll down. Lockpick. Autocraft. And now we wait. Allows me to get a drink of my branched chain amino acids. Very fancy word for diluting juice or just flavouring water. Okay. Well, we did it. Marvellous. Excellent. Let's take the gas mask, let's take the potassium iodide pills, and there is our vintage hazmat suit. And whilst we are here, we may as well go do some lockers. May as well go do some potential armory lockers. Does that sound good to you guys? Sounds pretty goddamn good to me. Let's go have a wee nosy. Whilst we're here, remember to press Alt if you get locked into your view like that. Ooh, my favourite colour, red. I'm going to take that because that is an excellent bandage. That is a vitamin blasters. I am going to blast those vitamins. This tastes funny. I need to pee. Hold on, sir. I will let you pee in just a moment. Right. Whip it out. Pee on that loser. There we go. A victory pee. Not the same as a victory battle bean. It's definitely still a victory. Right. Get our helmet back on. And let's rock and roll. We need to go up that direction to get to the armories anyway. What we'll do is we'll just have a wee look through some of this guff. And see if we can pick up some half decent stuff. Okay, there's a nice little bag right there. I might utilise that bag. Might take advantage. Oh, hold on. We're going to take those M16A4 folding sights. I'm going to take those. I'm going to put them on my M16 back home. Hello, madam. Man in the straitjacket. You didn't even hear me take on your loser friend. Painkillers. An excellent thing to either take or sell. Medication sells very well in this game, believe it or not. Vitamins, potassium iodide, bandages sell quite good. I cannot speaketh today. Right. Let's see. We're not going to go into the oh, hold on. We need to go into the depository for a second. Hello, friend. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Open. Sesame. Always check the corners here, by the way. Always check your corners when you come through those doors. The likelihood of someone being behind them or a puppet being behind them, quite high. There we go. rattled. Kind of Robin Hooded a couple of these guys. Now, I may try my efforts on this after we do the secure containers. I've got enough uses and uses of bobby pins and screwdrivers and such. I will give it a go. I will most indeed give it a go. Give it my best try. Can't guarantee I'll win though. Can't guarantee that it will be successful, but I will give it a try. Vitamins, more vitamins. Get my helmet off. We want to just blast them. Get them blasted. There we go. Equip. And let's go. That is a control room. We don't want to go into said control room. We want the armory. That's a fancy slouch hat. That is a much better knife than a kitchen knife. I'm going to replace my kitchen knife with a Mark 5000. Sewing kit. Fresh sewing kit is a nice beret. It's kind of washed out orange. Cola. Hello. Stop that. Thank you. Thank you. Right. We've got shirt. We've got... some carbon broadheads. That's an MP5 magazine that I will most certainly need to take. That's a fat boy armor. That's heavy boy armor. That is Mighty Morphin Power Ranger armor, that. Take the bullets. Give me the bullets. 9mm trigger. Looted. Time to lockpick these losers. There we go. I've still got my gloves on, as you can quite clearly tell by the indicator of my hand icon. That means I've got my gloves on. It means it's a little bit more difficult to get these things open. But if you're persistent and you're a little bit brute force-ish, sometimes you can just win. Sometimes you can just win. Let's see what we get. M249, we need to take that because we've got a magazine at home. Scar DMR, we could turn that into parts. Unfortunately, I need to take that. Ooh. I'll do this. Yeah, big boy now. I'm a real boy. AK-47. Or an AKM, sorry. Oh, hello, sir. Hello. Good night. Well, we have managed to obtain ourselves something, rather, I don't want to say useful. I don't want to say, good. Because they're not. Because it's not. But you guys want to see me do the challenge. We've got ourselves a Hunter 85 now, ladies and gentlemen. All I need to do is possibly go buy the magazines. And that's all we need to start the challenge. Because I think I can make a rail to go on that rifle. I think I can make a rail to go on the Hunter 85. I think I can. I'm not 100% certain. Somebody will have to correct me in the comments about that. Anyway, we've got an M249. We've got an M249 magazine, box magazine, 100 rounds, back home. We'll need to get more 5.56 to obviously use it. Because we currently do... Did you just... Oh, dink. He wanted help. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, this is a silver lock. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to empty Empty, empty, empty. Take out all these bobby pins and turn them into lockpick items. Because I am going to try and get myself some Phoenix Tears or potentially more potassium iodide pills out of this secure container. So, whilst this does its thing, I'm going to take another drink of my water. My target right now is to drink between 5 and 6 litres of water a day. And it is helping. Because at the moment I'm on my cut. Which means I'm cutting weight off my frame. It's difficult, it's tough. But it certainly does bring out all the definition. It's awesome, it's really cool to see. Anyway. I pick up as many of these. I think I can use from the surrounding area as well. Right. Oh. Oh. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Phoenix Tears and painkillers. These. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Well, now we've got 2 uses of Phoenix Tears. PT29 Rapid Recovery Serum. What I wanted to do is click on Examine. Experiment secret military grade injectable, commonly known as Phoenix Tears. It provides rapid and near instantaneous stabilization and recovery of any and all injuries and toxins at once. So if I had any untreated and any in stabilization, they immediately go straight into recovery, and that is exactly what this is. We have some Phoenix Tears, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't mean to do that. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that the moment I have to use the Phoenix Tears, I use them by mistake, and then I get hit, and then I get hit with one of these. Okay, this is fine. Anyway, this is quite an accomplishment for me. This is quite an accomplishment for me. That's a big thing to have Phoenix Tears. Phoenix Tears can make the difference between dying and living in this game. Sometimes it is a very, very powerful healing item, and of course you only get 3 uses of it. And I've already used one, and I wasn't even in any sort of stage of recovery or any stage of, you know, affliction. But still good to have. I need to take that because we've got a Mac 10 at home. Still good to have it. Still good to have it on my person as well. It's such an underappreciated item in this game. Yep, you can put a suppressor on the M249. That is something you can in fact do in this game. If you want to do it, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. You can. You can do it. There we go. A wee bit of brute force. And what is in number box? Ah, my favourite bayonet. The N9 bayonet. Commonly used as the bayonet for the M16A4. Now, you can only have the suppressor or the bayonet on that, so that's one thing I need to stress to you guys. If you do have your M16, you can only use the suppressor or the N9 bayonet. You cannot use both, one or the other. Okay? Right, this bunker's officially done. We've officially got ourselves a hazmat suit. We've got a Hunter 85, we've got an M249 that we have to take back home. And we've managed to actually get ourselves some Phoenix Tears. So all round, this is a relatively successful bunker. The only thing missing right now is me doing the kill box, which is probably not going to happen, not for a little while. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to haul ass over to the scrapyard, but I'm not going to show you me just running across that open ground because I am currently heavy and it's going to take me a little while to get there. I'm going to wait until he moves, till he comes back towards me. Here he comes. Excellent. Hide in here. You can leave. Uh-oh. Whoa, what the hell? I should be careful with my injuries. Oh, yeah, I'm injured at the moment. Right. Ladies and gents, I'm going to head north and we're going to go towards the scrapyard because I've still got lots of time here. So, I'm going to run over there. I'll see you in just a second. Alright. That only took the better half of like 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is where we're going to try and find a four-wheeled vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. This is the place where we're going to try and find either a Leica or a Volkswagen. This place will be infested. It will be absolutely crawling with puppets. It will be crawling with literal death. So, what better place to find a vehicle than literally in the hordes of hell? Anyway, the good thing, if we do find a vehicle here, we will have plenty of facilities to try and repair it. If it is missing any sort of tire or wheel, we will be able to replace it quite efficiently, actually. I thought that was a Leica there. It was the same. It was the same color. The body color is the same kind of color as that kind of teal blue. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I cannot help myself. It's just part of me. It's part of who I am. You know, being an OG loot goblin. It's like, oh, an OG loot goblin with an EMP grenade. When you can smell loot, you will be drawn to the best things in the world. And in this game, I get incredibly lucky with half the stuff that I find. Alright. Not seeing vehicles yet. Kind of worried. Kinda concerned. Not seeing a vehicle yet. I've got my bow at the ready because what will happen is they'll spawn on top of these scrap piles. And what will tend to happen is they will spot you and they will sometimes glitch through the scrap piles. It's just something that happens with my amount of puppets, and not a normal amount of puppets, like a vanilla amount of puppets, it won't happen. But for my amount of puppets, it tends to happen quite frequently. So if you see it happening, it's because my settings are mental. Now, in a place like this, the horde will be called quite actively. The horde will be called here very proactively. It doesn't take a lot for them to call them. If you leave them standing for too long when they spot you, if they spot you straight away, if there's a lingering delay in when they spot you, and then obviously the distance from you to them, it can be down to very many things. It could be just you abusing them like I'm abusing these guys. I arrows back. Still not seeing a vehicle. He almost started screaming there. Almost started screaming. Silence. Quiet, quiet. I need to stop. My stamina's too low for this. Stamina's way too low. We need to hold. Doesn't help that my character's currently sweating as well. He's absolutely bucketing sweat right now. Right, we're halfway. That's why you let them jump. Let them jump, let them land. They'll injure themselves, they'll stagger, then you've got the killing blow. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, okay. Remember when I said that this game sometimes views the scrapyard as a place for the horde to just hang out? Do you believe me now? Do you guys believe me now? What the hell? Look at them all. I don't think we're gonna get a vehicle, guys. I'm not confident enough to say that we'll be getting a vehicle here. Oh golly. I kinda wish I got the binoculars. I kinda wish I picked them up. Because the binoculars, I would have been able to show you just how messed up that scene actually is. That's crazy. The amount of puppets just around that corner was obscene. I've not seen that many before in just one location. Now bear in mind, I've seen hordes that are massive, that probably trump everybody else's server on my server and on my single player settings, but that just is a standing amount of puppets just being there, not called in via horde, as in the scream that the horde usually triggers by. That is an exaggerated amount of puppets right there. And they just appeared. The game was like, big POI must demand a lot of puppets. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's cool though. You imagine if I had my M16 with me? I would be able to shoot at them from long distance, long range, medium range. And they would be like, they would probably clock on that I'm shooting at them. But for the most part, if I had it suppressed, oh, that would be disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Right. I've changed my mind. We're not staying here. I would like to get a vehicle. I would like to get a four-wheeled vehicle, but we haven't passed any as of yet, and those puppets are still down there. I think we'll need to move somewhere else. The only place that I can think of that's close by is the hospital. And I don't know if there's a vehicle spawn at the hospital. I think there's a Leica spawn at the very top where the main hospital building actually is. But I don't think I'll make it there in time. I don't think I'll make it there in time. I really wish I had those binoculars right now. Because if I had the binoculars, I'd be able to scout a vehicle from here. In fact, hold on. Is there absolutely anything in my inventory that will allow me to see down there? If I had the scope for this, it would be so much easier. The hunter scope. Yeah, I don't see a vehicle. Let's go try down that hangar, because I don't want to just suddenly give up on this place just because of the amount of puppets, but I'm not seeing any vehicles. There is a likelihood of I can't speak today. Potential cruiser down there. Down at that building right there. There could be a cruiser right there. There could be a motorcycle right there. But I really want a four-wheeled vehicle. My worry is... Wait a minute. Is that a... That's a burnt out husk. I thought that was a Leica in the background there. My worry is if one of these puppets triggers, it will trigger the rest of... It will trigger the rest of them. I just saw a silhouette. I saw the shapes were not lining up correctly and I was like, oh wait a minute, that's a body. I'm not going to go through this building. That's just stupid. I'm going to stay on the outside of it. There's a puppet on the porta potties. Dead. Where? Him to be dead. I need you to be dead right now. There's a lot of puppets here. A stupid amount of puppets here. Okay, not going in there. May not have a good idea right now. Can I get my arrows from up here? No, I can't. Right, this is what we're gonna do. Right. I don't know where the vehicles may be from here. I'm not confident in saying that they're right there beside that massive crane right there. They could be closer to the middle. I don't know, I'm not sure, but the amount of puppets, the amount of movement that I'm seeing on my screen is actually disgusting right now. There's a puppet there, there, there. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there. There's one over there somewhere behind that edge ICB. There's definitely... Oh, hello. There's a reason why I'm standing up here, is they can't get up here. Okay, nice and quiet. Nice and steady, nice and quiet. Easy movements. Oh my god. I can't pick up those arrows. I cannot pick those arrows up. That's danger. Oh, hello. One there. Two there. I'll take the two. Miss. Hit. Hit. Dead. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, every time I see a puppet at this point, I'm kind of holding my breath. There's one here. Here. Oh my god. I don't think there's any vehicles here, guys. I don't think there's going to be a vehicle here. If there was a vehicle, I would have spotted it by now. I would have seen it by now. I don't think there's any vehicles here. Any four-wheeled vehicles anyway. Well, I lost a whole 8 metal broadhead arrows, but that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm happy with what I've got right now. I'm happy with my achievements today. I'm actually quite chuffed with myself, the fact that I was able to get the Phoenix Tears. Just want to climb up on this and see if I've got any elevation to any potential vehicles. But there was only one place that I didn't really look. It was at the front of this building right here. Puppets there. Character's heart's racing, same as mine. No, I'm not seeing a vehicle, guys. Well, that's okay. We never got a vehicle here. Maybe we'll get a vehicle over at the hospital. But I'm gonna run home off camera, because I want to get this stuff home, and this is going to be part of the next challenge. And this is going to be an important factor in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to run home, and hopefully I don't die. If I do, I can't guarantee that hazmat suit will be in the next episode, but I want it to be. So keep the fingers crossed. Hopefully we can do it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a day there. This has been a bit of an adventure. We went into a bunker. We went to the scrapyard. The bunker was a lot of fun. We managed to get Phoenix Tears, a Hunter 85, M249 with a suppressor on it, and the main objective of today, which was the vintage hazmat suit. That will secure us into the next episode, where we will be going to the nuclear power plant. So there is that to look forward to. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching today. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up on this episode. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And if you've been enjoying this series and you've still not subscribed, please consider subscribing, ring the little bell, select all, and you'll be updated when the latest video is released, as well as a Sunday night live stream, which we do every Sunday, or try to do every Sunday. I'm going to stop here because my character's dying. But we do it every Sunday. We go for about 3-4 hours playing the likes of Scum, Enshrouded, sometimes Valheim. We're going to be playing RuneScape on Sunday, so that's something we'll be doing for certain. So I would like to see you there if you're interested in survival games. Anyway, folks, I'm going to run off camera. This is probably going to take me the better part of an hour and a bit, so yeah, leave me to it. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching today. As always, I've been Mr. Feudal. I'll see you all another time.